It has always been clear that part of a father's job is to take care of his family's needs, and sometimes it's easier to say than to do, especially if you're a single father who has been forced to flee his country. Abdul Halimatar is a Palestinian Syrian refugee who lives in Lebanon with his son, Abdulilia, who is 9, and his daughter, Reem, who is 4. Before his country's civil war started, he worked in a chocolate factory. Before moving to Lebanon, Abdul and his family lived in the embattled Yarmouk refugee camp in Damascus. He is one of the millions of Syrian refugees who have fled to Lebanon and had to start over. Abdul sold blue-capped pens on the streets of Beirut to support his children. Just when he thought things couldn't get any crazier, his life was about to change. Yesser Saimarason, an Icelandic web developer, saw Abdul selling the pens. As he walked around with his tired granddaughter, he got emotional and was also inspired by Abdul's determination to take care of his family. Yesser took pictures of him and sent them to his followers via Twitter. The picture of a worried-looking dad trying to make money to stay alive went viral online, as shown by the tens of thousands of times it was shared. A few hours after his first tweet, Yesser's photos were shared, and Yesser got a lot of requests to help this man and his daughter. Many internet users were moved by the photo and decided to help. Yesser started an Indiegogo campaign so that it would be easier for people to help Abdul and his family. Yesser wanted to raise $5,000 to help Abdul and Reem start a new life, but in just over 24 hours, the fundraiser raised more than $100,000. Since it was first set up, the fundraiser's page has also been changed a few times to add more information about the family as it becomes available. The most recent news came from a visit by Lebanese journalist and political activist Carol Malouf to Abdul and Freedom at Home. Malouf runs an organization in Lebanon that helps refugees. Abdul and Carol Malouf had a deep conversation about his life and family. Carol said that Abdul told her he wants to use the money to help other Syrian refugees and give his children a good education. Carol also asked Abdul what he thought about the fundraising campaign when he heard about it. Abdul was surprised to hear that people from other countries had heard about his story and cared about his kids. Abdul could not stop crying. He kept thanking God and putting his arms around his kids. Abdul also said that he wants to go back to Syria and see things get back to how they were. Even though going viral has brought a lot of attention to Abdul, he says that sending Reem and her brother Abdulilah to school is his top priority. So far, Abdul has only gotten 40% of the donations, but with what he has been able to do a lot. According to campaign updates, he moved his family from a 1-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment with more space. He also owns a kebab shop and 2 bakeries where 16 other Syrian refugees work. His kids go to school too. Now, not only did his life change, but so did the lives of his children and the people he helped in Syria. Millions of refugees around the world, especially those fleeing Syria, have stories of being poor and having a hard time. 1,300,000 Syrian refugees are registered in Lebanon alone, and most of them have trouble finding work. Abdul is a blessing to his fellow man in his own small way.